Well, as Reliance Industries will be holding their 40th AGM today. The AGM begins at 2 p.m. In fact, the chairman's speech begins at 2 p.m. So what are the key expectations from the AGM here? Firstly, value unlocking. Now, this is the most important part that is expected, and that is the only thing that could drive the stock price higher going forward. So value unlocking in terms of JIO and retail IPO timelines is something what the street would be wanting to know. Now, if you look at JIO platform, that is valued at close to 11.9 lakh crore rupees by analysts, while the retail arm is valued at close to 9.4 lakh crore rupees. In 2019, AGM Reliance Industries chairman had mentioned that they will look to do an IPO for the telecom unit and the retail unit in the next 5 years. However, there was no mention of this in the 2024 AGM, so it will be important to track whether any mention on any timeline comes in for this value unlocking. Now, when it comes to the retail arm, street would be wanting to know any updates on the quick commerce performance that has been seeing. Also, how has been the performance when it comes to the fast and fashion business. Apart from that, any updates on consumer business and the fact that they had spun off their FMCG business into a direct subsidiary. How has that been performing? Any updates on that front would also be important to track. When it comes to the telecom business, they had launched Air Fiber last year, so any updates on that and any updates on consumer and the enterprise services would be important to track from the telecom business as well. Also, the chairman is expected to speak when it comes to JIO's AI strategy, and that would be also important to track, and how the company is looking forward their AI strategy when it comes to the JIO platform business. When it comes to the new energy business, any disclosure related to timelines or any updates related to the commissioning of new energy projects would be important to track. Also, any update coming in for the fully integrated polysilicon plant will also be important to track. Apart from that, any update for electrolyzer battery and manufacturing facility is something that the street would be wanting to know, because if you remember, RIL had targeted to operationalize their energy platform in the next 4 to 6 quarters. Apart from that, there are many other updates that the street would want to know when it comes to the petrochemical expansion, and then there is the new energy updates on JIO Hotstar, updates on use of captive energy, because that is something where Reliance is expecting their power cost to come down by nearly 25%, and any updates if the management shares on the crude sourcing strategy going forward, given the fact that Reliance Industries was one of the major sourcer, used to source Russian crude majorly in India. Now, if you look at the stock reaction over the past 4 years post the AGM, the stock reactions have been negative, but that is also because there was no major announcement that we had seen in the last 4 AGM. Now, in the first 10 days also, there has been not much of an action when it comes to Reliance Industries share price. In fact, it has declined so far. It's just 0.3% up. On the AGM date, it would be important to track how the stock reacts today. But in the last 4 AGMs, before 10 days post the AGM, in fact, the reaction has been quite negative for Reliance Industries.